Good morning, Spash Base. This is Grand Puubah Spash, Grand Puubah of your heart. We're back again with episode 2 of Frostpunk. Where we left off, the scouts had returned to the city after scouting out to a weather station and discovering the city of Winterhome. We didn't enter it yet, but we're going to in this episode. So, just hang with me here, and we will find out what happened. Let's go ahead and send these guys back out. Observatory, large convoy. Let's send them to the weather station. What I've noticed about the scouts is they travel about twice as fast to a place they've been to before. So if we look here, it's 2 days and 12 hours to get to Winterhome. But it's 23 hours to get to the weather station because they've been there before. So, stands to reason they'll get to Winterhome faster if we send them to the weather station first. Alright. Let's probably move a few people around. Because I think one doctor's going to do a lot less work than 4 doctors. Oh man, we're already full on resources too. So I say we get these people out here while it's still nice and warm. Warm. To gather up that coal. And in the meantime, we'll build some more houses. Just in case we find some more people out there. And again, I am bound by the laws of aesthetic. Go figure. I love how everything looks in this game, though. It's very steam... No. I won't say steampunk. I mean, it's definitely steampunk, but it kind of gives off that diesel punk kind of vibe, where everything is very authoritative. So, call it what you want. It's cool. You know what I'm trying to say? Alright, this is going to drive me nuts. I gotta finish that off. There we go. Okay. And we'll just let this run for a little bit. There we go. And we'll go ahead and look at the drafting machines, and we probably have enough resources left over to go ahead to the next tier. Not typically how you're supposed to do that, but I do what I want. I'm Spash. Go ahead and plan that up the right way, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And they'll build these steel mills overnight. By the time all this coal is gotten up, we'll have the steel mills all ready. Yeah, I'd say we're doing pretty well. And another law is ready. Let's go ahead and get some entertainment. Nothing relieves tension better than watching a few rounds in an all-out slugfest. Couldn't agree more. It's like gladiator matches, except people don't really die at the end, I guess. Which sounds like fun to me. I don't know about you guys. I would like to watch a few guys slug it out in a cage, like the Thunderdome. Oh, could you imagine if we had Thunderdomes in real life? I wonder if I can call this the Thunderdome. The fighting arena is built, as we promised. We got a waiter. Alright, head on to Winterhome for me. Let's see. Things are growing pretty well. We got 4 resources. Just employed some new hunters to keep on top of all that. Okay. I like how he's just standing there waiting. For now, let's turn you off and put you on a coal pile. And we will do something out here as well. Stop coughing. Stop coughing. I don't like that. Whoever coughed down there, I'll arrest you. I'm the boss. You should know better. And we're going to deconstruct this one. There's no sense in having two things. I promised the people once I broke my Oh. Guys, you see the frames up. You silly geese. Oh well. Let's go ahead and get these mechanical calculators in. Oh well. Can't be a good politician without breaking some promises. There we go. Everyone's warm now. Okay, let's see how... Yeah, we'll warm that up once. And we'll... No, that didn't really change anything, did it? Okay. Can't have our doctors getting sick. And they have arrived at Winterhome. We climbed up to the edge of the city. We stood there speechless, staring at the scene of devastation. It's a city of the dead. Most of the buildings are destroyed, and the generator has exploded. The streets of the ruined city are littered with scores of dead bodies. The City Chronicle describes a shortage of food and citizens' increasing despair. The following squabbles, riots, and dissent and anarchy. Fights for the dwindling resources and the eventual starvation. The last entry. God forgive us. There is no hope. So we're on our own then. On our own. We are alone. The news has shocked everyone in the city. There were supposed to be many settlements and construction crews here. People living normal lives in homes heated by the generators. But we're alone. We should have never left Britain. Coming here was a fool's errand. We should go back. They're all dead? How are we supposed to survive if they didn't? Winterhome has fallen. They're all dead. How will we survive here without any help? We have to go back to London. There's no hope for us here in this frozen desert. People start to gather as the news of the fate of Winterhome spreads throughout the city. Some of them want to drop everything and flee to London. Panic is starting to set in. I must give them purpose. This is one of the most important decisions to make in the game. People are shaken, racked by fear and doubt. They've lost hope in their chances of survival. Desperation could quickly push them to commit reckless acts. You have to unite them behind a vision of the future. Decide now what will give them purpose and restore hope, or else our city will descend into the chaos that consumed Winterhome. We have order and discipline here, which seems to be a militaristic sort of lifestyle, and faith and spiritual strength, which seems to be a very unified way of living. Community centered. So we have authority and community. In my experience, faith and spiritual strength has been the best way to get a good ending, and that's what we're aiming for right now. So, we have adopted faith. The house of prayer. Let's build a church. But first, let's send these guys out to the next place. Snowcliff. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and build those churches. Get these guys set up for success. They're all gathered around that area still. Where'd they get torches? Are you burning our wood? Guys, chill. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Goodness. Don't be hysterical. It's the apocalypse, not the end of civilization. Wait. Yeah. I think I said the right thing. Alright, churches, let's get sprung up. Built, sprung up. I don't like that. I don't like the way that sounds. Let's build some churches. The Londoners, the unconvinced, want to leave. Sir, you've convinced the majority, but hope is low. A group of our peoples, they're still so scared they want to flee the city for London in 15 days. They've come to try to change your mind. You say that faith will save us. Nonsense. What, are we going to pray for food when we are about to starve? Shouts one of them. If we don't try to reach London, we'll end up like Winterhome. Now calm down, everyone. We're not going to die. The Londoners. Your people are divided. Some of them are so scared that they plan to leave the city for London in 15 days. They'll try to convince others to join them, preying on their discontent. Fear may lead people to desperate acts. Maintain peace, give people hope, and manage their discontent to guide the city safely through the looming social crisis. That's what these churches are going to be for. Alright, one of our coal piles is depleted. Once these churches are built up, I'll show you what we can do with them. Something else. Sir, people who want to leave for London have successfully urged their friends and neighbors to join them. People are more easily persuaded because they have little hope in our ultimate survival. So we give them back hope. Oh goodness. It was like 9, wasn't it? Oh my. We have 14 days. I think we can do this. Other cities may have fallen, but not London. It's not possible. The houses of prayer have been built. Alright. So something we can do is have a sermon. Short sermon will be delivered in the places of worship. Hope will rise slightly. And it did rise slightly. Ever so slightly. But a sermon is always good for the heart, for the soul. We could send 2 people to work in there. I say we drag a few people out of there and put them in here. There we go. Now we have a good supply of, well, not a really great supply, but we have a supply of each going in. Okay. Mechanical calculators researched. Alright, we need more scouts, because we opened up an American camp over there. And if there's anything I know about Americans, it's that I am one of them, and we're super cool people. So I want to get to them as fast as possible. Snow cliff. The hole in the snow cliff leads to a small chamber. Someone lives here, but the lonely human figure we saw from afar has disappeared. It might be the sole survivor of Winterhome. Let's see what we got. The man we've seen from afar was nowhere to be found. Searching his burrow, we found a diary of a scientist who fled Winterhome. After the starving fell into chaos, its leader, an army captain, appointed himself an absolute ruler. He tried to impose order using force. Plenty of people, disgruntled, deserted the city, and most of the others rebelled against him. Alright, we'll take his resources. Freshwater springs. Let's get out. Let's get going down there. Okay. Let's see if we have any... Oh. The rebirth of faith. Sir, the people have started to visit the house of prayer. There aren't many of them yet, but it might be the start of something special. It seems they really needed a proper place of worship. Well, I'm so glad to hear. Thank you for letting me know. We'll put down these Londoners' ideas sooner than later, won't we? Whoa, where'd you guys come from? Did you guys leave for the... They all left to go to a sermon. I mean, cool, sure. Just go back. Okay, thank you. Alright. You guys are really close to death when you left, so please don't do that. Several pools are kept from freezing by a hot spring deep underground. Patches of hardy lichens cling to the bare rock at their edges. It looks like a good place for a hideout. Let's explore. Degenerated but alive. Near the freshwater springs, we met some refugees from Winterhome. They are a sorry sight and seem to be completely unmoved by the fate of their city. Asked what kept them from starving, they look away and mumble something about eating lichens. Let's escort them to the city. And they have some kids with them, too. Oh, kids. We should probably get our kids taken care of, shouldn't we? Alright. We'll have another law available soon. In the meantime, let's build another hunter's hut. I hope I don't freeze to death on duty. I hope that too. Cole? It's getting colder with each day, says Horatio. I like your name, man. It's a cool name. $117, but we're only producing around 60 meals. Yeah, we need to up that. We'll send you guys to the American camp. Oh, gee. Going on an expedition. What? Pardon? Did I just send gravely ill people out as... Oh my goodness. Oops. Bunkhouse. And child shelters. Now the child shelters seems like a band-aid kind of solution. But I'm sure you will disagree when you see the benefits that they provide. Because this is actually a roundabout way of going about child labor. Hold on, that sounds bad. The child shelter is ready, and the children are safe inside. People can work without worrying that something will happen to their kids. See, that gives hope to everyone. Because, like, if you know your kid is at school, you know they're not out getting into trouble. And it's that same kind of idea here. Because we can send them to school, in a sense. People regain hope. For the first time, the Londoners have failed to persuade anyone to abandon our city and flee to London. People are recovering from their shock at the news of Winterhome and starting to hope for the future. I'm glad to hear that. Okay. When will these guys be back? 9 hours? 8 hours or so? Okay. Okay. Send an automaton there and put you guys to work in a hunter's hut. Which I think is a good plan. Ah, there we go. The American camp. There's not a living soul in the camp. We found a dozen emaciated bodies. Surprisingly, most of them were amputees fitted with prostheses. With prosthetics. Starved Americans. The American camp was well supplied with everything except for food. Searching the tents, we found more victims of hunger. most of them having badly worn but sophisticated artificial limbs bearing a company symbol. Tesla Manufacturing. We can only bury them and take their equipment. Tesla Manufacturing. I wonder, could that be Nikolai Tesla? A note of thanks. We just wanted to thank you. Back in London, it was only the wealthy that didn't have to send their kids to work. This new world you're creating, we can see things will be different. Well, it's the right thing to do, you know? For us, for me, for us, for me. Yeah, us. It is for us, Spash Base. Engineer apprentices. Education is the key to our future. Let's teach our children engineering so that they can help with the new designs. And just like that, all the kids that are in shelters will start to help the engineers in the workshops. Ergo, they will... Hold on, let me set these to extended. Engineering will become much quicker, is what I'm saying. And that is good for business. Our business being saving the world. Okay, let's send you guys right to work. Welcome to the city. Get to work, please. Hello, welcome. Go to work. Thank you. Hello. All right, you guys have a little rest, then I need you to head back out. Going back to the freshwater springs to explore this frozen grove. And how many people do we have left working? Well, let's go ahead and get some bunkhouses built. That way, when the next cold waves hit, we will not freeze to death immediately. Probably shouldn't have rebuilt most of the houses at once. Yeah, now that I think about it, not a good idea. Oops. Only 20 Londoners left. If I recall, that's less than before. 23, I think. Oh, I meant to read that to you. So basically, the Londoners will leave graffiti all over the walls of places, trying to convince everyone that there's no hope for living here. If you don't have a church built in time for that, you have nothing. You can say these are just words, ignore it. But since we have a church, we can send one of our pastors to go reassure people that there is hope for the future, which I am really digging. Actually, send you to the wall drill because we need wood more than we need metal. Right now, at least. Ah, it's warming up some. The settlement seems to have been abandoned. It consists of several tiny wooden shacks that are now completely empty. An upright boulder stands at its center. Memory of injustice. The center of the settlement is marked with an upright boulder. On its roughly plain face, someone chiseled the following: May God forgive the genius who sacrificed human lives in the name of progress, for we cannot. Exiles of Tesla City. We won't touch the monument, but we have decided to dismantle the huts for wood. So, did Tesla become like mad with power? Let's send these guys to the walled colony. We'll have to figure it out eventually. Coal mining researched. Just in time, too, because I don't think we have really that much coal. No, we don't have any coal left at all. Please get to work. Thank you. Okay. As soon as these are built, the Spashinator is being moved to a coal mine because it's the only way we'll have coal in the morning. Those guys said, nope, I'm done. See ya tomorrow. Okay, put them to work there. Off. Oops. We did not have enough people for that. There we go. Another act of vandalism. The Londoners have defaced more walls, urging everyone to join them and abandon the city. Some graffiti even mocks your leadership, sir, branding you an unfit leader, incapable of doing what it takes to save our people. We're going to send another cleric to reassure people, because that's better than just saying ignore it. I say this is a good time for another break. When we come back, in episode 3, we're going to explore the exile colony. Have a great night, Spash Base. Remember to drink 8 cups of water. Now remember, your Grand Puubah loves you.